Hello, I'm Eric Buffington. I'm going to talk about Jackie Robinson's impact on sports and diversity in general. Throughout Jackie Robinson's youth, he had always inspired to be a baseball player and was a great baseball player. During this time, however, anybody of color was at a great disadvantage to make it to the MLB or any professional sports league. Jackie Robinson pioneered the way to get to the MLB for people of color and any other people. His actions he made set the trail for people to come for many, many, many years. Throughout his youth, he was raised by a single mother with two sisters and one brother. Throughout his youth, he was always seen as the athletic child and was seen to make it to the Negro Leagues at the time. Through the Negro Leagues, he progressed and progressed until eventually a scout from the LA Dodgers recognized the talent that he truly had. Once this was recognized, he was signed to the Brooklyn Dodgers at the time and made an immediate impact on the team. Jackie Robinson was a perennial all-star who stole bases and hit for over 300 for most of his career. His stat lines and his play not only set the precedent for what an African American do in baseball, but what an African American do in any sport. And it wasn't only the African American community, but Jackie Robinson made waves throughout every single community in America. It showed that the Asians, the Latinos, and any other race that was here can have an impact in the major leagues. And maybe his biggest impact was after baseball. After baseball, he took a loud role in social justice issues. He continued to fight for African American and any people of color's rights to be able to play in baseball, basketball, football, and any sport you can imagine. He continued his fight and he never stopped. Jackie Robinson was a pioneer for sports in general and for every single person that wanted to play sports. Jackie Robinson allowed people of any race and any color to enter any league they wanted to. Without what he did, every single major sport today would have a vast difference in how it looked. I'm going to return to his MLB days. When he was playing in MLB, he would consistently face racial issues, he'd be hit by pitches, he would be thrown pitches at his head just for how he looked. And even his teammates would feel the same way. On the Brooklyn Dodgers, his first year in the leagues, he was thrown at during spring training and even during games by his own teammates, was harassed. People at the time didn't believe he should have been in MLB, even with his consistent production. This, to me, shows that what he did after the league was much more than what he did while he was in the league. While he was playing, he was making massive differences across the country with social issues, with racial issues. However, this was only making it to communities and not into big industrial industries. What he did after the league propelled his motivation and what he believed in to a national level and made permanent changes to how sports are viewed today. Jackie Robinson may have had one of the greatest careers in sports ever, but what he did outside of sports way surpasses what he did while he was playing baseball. Jackie Robinson will forever be a legend in not only baseball, but sports history in general. He paved the way for people of any race, any color, any ethnicity to make it to the major leagues in all sports in America. Here are my sources, and thank you for your time.